Hey guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hope you guys are all doing well. Wasn't actually expecting to make this video, but Oliver Kahn has been speaking out. He's been getting interviewed by Sport One. Well, the source that's putting it on Twitter is, Sport One underscore Dopa, I believe how you say it. But I'm reading it on Samir, as per usual, them bringing up the content and so on. But let me know what you guys think. I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to read it, give you my opinion, and then we'll go from there, basically. So he's been talking about a lot of different things, though, like a lot of different things, to the point where it's like, yeah, we just got to get into it. If you guys do go on to enjoy the video, though, smash the thumbs up button. Remember, I want to get this out straight away. Number one, I want to get this out straight away to you guys. But also, the stream today will be live in a couple of hours. So, like I said, I wasn't expecting to make this video. We're going to be doing the live stream for the game against Armenia, but let's just get into this. So I've scrolled all the way down to where I can see the first bit start. So they're talking about Haaland first, so him on Oliver Kahn on Haaland, he says, I don't think we would be doing our job properly if we didn't consider such a young striker. He's an extremely okay, I can't read. He's an excellent striker and very interesting player for the future, but financial are beyond our, yeah, basically saying that we, it's going to be way too much money, which I do agree with 100%. So yeah, there's that. And then he then spoke about Lewandowski. He says, as of today, Robert has a contract with us. We're currently in contact with him, and we want him to stay at Bayern for as long as possible. Some people seem to think it's like an online manager game. Oh, shots fired. Online manager game where you click on something and the contract is extended. Robert has become the world's best footballer with us, scoring 30 to 40 goals every season. He has the potential to achieve that every season. Of course, players like that sometimes think about trying something else, and it takes time to convince them. They are also financial means as a club. You have to think about how to manage that, because FC Bayern also suffered in the past 2 years, obviously talking about COVID, and that obviously hitting the club hard. And then, yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with what he says about Lewandowski. It isn't like FIFA or Football Manager or whatever. This is real. You're talking to a human here, and maybe he does want to try something different, which hopefully not. But and then he was asked about his soft statement after the Champions League exit. He put, I'm the first person that's still really pissed off that we... Oh, shit, he actually says this. Oh, jeez. He's coming out with a passion. We've seen him, though. We've seen Oliver Kahn's a madman. We've seen him, like, kicking the post and things. Obviously, he used to be the goalkeeper. But let's carry on. So he says, I'm the first person that's still really pissed off that we lost to Villarreal. There's no point in crying about it. It's my responsibility, and I have to look ahead to the future immediately. Yes. I'm pissed off, and I'm all against the board. If you guys have watched any of my videos, if you're new here, make sure to check out the videos. But you know that I want this board out. But that is 100% true. 100% true. You just gotta, there's no point crying about it. We could literally be like, oh, we could still be here crying about losing to Chelsea. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to do anything for us. So what is the point in whinging about something that was years ago? You know what I mean? So, yeah. 100%. And then Kahn on Lewandowski reportedly being unhappy at Bayern. He went on to say, I keep asking myself where this information comes from. I'm always very curious when I hear from club circles or from the club. Show me a player who is unhappy and still scores 30 to 40 goals a season. Kahn is coming with the smoke today. He's coming with the smoke, for real. And then also Let me go down. He talked about Muller. He said, regarding Thomas Muller, I am very, very, very confident that we will be able to announce something in the near future. We are also in good contact with Manuel Neuer, but we don't let ourselves be put under pressure, 100%. And then he also talked about Serge Gnabry. And about Serge Gnabry, he says, we are also in talks. Gnabry knows what we as a club are asking of him, and we expect of him in terms of performance. He's still in the process of reflection. As soon as things come clearer, bit by bit, we'll make an announcement. So basically, they're still basically what I'm getting from that, and please correct me if I am wrong, is that in that they're still from what I'm getting from that, it's like they're still doing the negotiations, if that makes any sense. I believe that's where I'm going with it. Maybe I'm wrong. Please let me know if I am. But let's carry on. And then right, what did I read? I need to there's so much to read. This is going to be a bit of a longer video. And then on the transfer decisions, he said, for me, it's extremely important that Brazo and the coach and I get together and discuss how we want to strengthen it. It has to be a permanent exchange. The transfer market is so flexible and fast paced. There's no other way to make it work than with constant exchange. Of course, Hansen and I, together with the board, are reasonable for the decisions, but of course we involved the coach in that too. So basically, he's just saying, I like that, and I like that in the sense, like I still don't like what the board are doing. I still don't like that we're being cheap. I understand that COVID probably did hit us hard, but in the sense and in the fact of he's basically like, there's loads of clubs that don't involve the manager. And they are literally, we are the board, we're going to give you money and you're going to give us targets. If we can't get your targets, screw you. Where I like where he's saying that, you know, we do get in, you know, get the manager involved too. You know, that's good, because at the end of the day, that's what we want to see. And then he said, on Nagelsmann, he said, we want to empathise that we totally convinced of him, and we want to continue on this path with him. He knows what's important to us, development of the young players. You can see it with Musiala. He also was able to get Sane out of his drop of form, 100%. And then he also said that's what we expect from him. Of course, we also want to strengthen our campus. We knew that Julian was a young coach. That's what we wanted. We knew there would be a few setbacks, and that's part of the path we want to take. 100%. And then it's what does that say? No, we already read that one. And then he says, I like David Alaba very much as a person. That also applies to Boateng. Of course, we lost two great players and leaders, but the huge number of goals conceded last season was a problem. We've become more stable and flexible this season. Is that? Yeah, that's a little bit short, isn't it, still? And then he also says a Champions League win cannot be planned because there are too many unpredictable factors. If you look at the numbers, last season we conceded 10 more goals. At this stage, we've already scored now about as many goals as we did at the end of last season, which, yeah, we're definitely getting better, 100%. And then he also says, like I said, there's going to be a long video, so please do smash the thumbs up, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button. But let's carry on. So it says, he was asked on the squad and the transfers he put, SC Bayern cannot afford to have players who cost 80, 90 to 100 million sitting on the bench as in England. That's not possible. We have to be creative, and you sometimes have more or less luck with the signings. Yeah, definitely. You know, there are clubs out there though, you know, you just got 80, 90, 100 million pound signings that just sat on the bench, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Jack Grealish, for instance, you know, he just sat on the bench doing nothing, you know what I mean? So take that as you will. And then he also said on Villarreal, he put, we messed the tie up in the first leg. Yes. I'm not even reading the rest of it right this second. 100%. We screwed up in the first leg, because if we would have got a result in that leg and brought it home, then we would have won. So whatever. He also says, so yeah, he says we messed up the tie in the first leg. In the first leg, we were surprised by their quality and the way they played out from the back. We assumed they would play long balls. They beat the way that they beat Juve 3-0 away. Normally, we shouldn't be underestimating them. And then he also says it's interesting how such a game is looked at in retrospect. Muller missed the chance to make it 2-0, and if he scores that, I'm sure we would have progressed. I don't really want to justify or gloss over anything. We have to qualify as FC Bayern against Villarreal. 100%. He put, but I have rarely seen a team in international football that defends so extremely well with 2 blocks of 4. 100%. You need creativity, of course, but also good protection from the counters. You have to be patient. We didn't push enough in the first half of the second leg. 100%. And then he was asked, maybe the team should have taken it to extra time, and then he said, of course you have to develop the feeling on the pitch when you have to take a result, but that's not the character of this team. It wasn't the case under Flick either. They believed in the lucky punch in the last minute. Yep. And then on comparisons, he said, my office doors are always open. I'm doing things the way I think is right. And yep, he said, we'll just skip that one. It is nothing important. Scroll up. He put, talking about deference, he said, we all know how things are when there are defeats like that. Bayern, you have to be able to take criticism. That's part of FC Bayern. However, limits were exceeded because of social media, far exceeded. What's up with people who send death threats out of the anomaly, I believe is what that says. That's extremely cowardly. We'll think about whether we can or should put a stop to it. No, there should be, like, death threats should never be a thing. Like, I don't care if it's Nagelsmann, I don't care if it's Kahn, I don't care if it's the players. You know, if we would have been 1-1 and then Lewandowski missed the penalty, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to see any death threats. You know, it was similar to England in the Euros, you know what I mean? There was, you know, the players that, when they were getting racism and death threats, it's like, what's wrong with this world that we have to send death threats? You're not on the pitch, rude boy. You're not on the pitch scoring the goals, so shut up. You know, support your team. If we lose, it sucks. But then pick yourself back up. You go again. Like, I don't get it. I don't get this whole thing of, oh, yeah, we have to do this. Yeah, oh, yeah, we have to do that. It just pisses me right off. Like, it makes no sense to me. And then let's carry on now. So it says, on his different character now to back when he was a player, he said, there's still a lot of Titan in me. It's just improvised differently today. If I were to do my job now the same way as I did back then, it would cause confusion even in our own team. He was asking, I love this, by the way. So then this says, Kahn on transfer flops brought by Brazo. He says it's completely normal that there are players who just don't hit the ground running. There are players who don't live up to the expectation. But on the other hand, there are a lot of things Hansan did that did work out well. The extension of Kingsley Coman, Leon Goretzka and Kimmich, and also Davies in Hansan's role, it's quite normal that things sometimes don't work out. Show me any sporting director who gets everything right. No, he is right. in that sense, he is right. But it's just funny that it was poised as flops. That's made my day, not even gonna lie. And then on squad planning, he says we don't do any public squad planning here. We always talk about all positions. Bayern will always, and in the future too, have a squad with 14 to 15 top players who can win the Champions League. In terms of squad depth, we have to be creative. Yes, but Kahn, at the same time, lad, we need to go and get those players. I understand what you're saying. Earlier in this video, I read that you come out and said we don't have 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 million pound players just sitting on the bench, and that's absolutely fine. But a little bit of squad depth, you know, you could have gone and got Coutinho on loan, maybe. You could have gone and got Perisic again. I'm not asking for young lads, you know, experienced lads. I'm all for. And that's why I think we should have gone in for Frank Kessie. I don't know what he was asking for, but we should have gone in for him. We should be going to get Rudiger. I understand this is money, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have 3 or 4 free transfers than going to spend 40, 50 million on one player. Simple as that. And that's just my opinion. But let's carry on. He says moving Pavard as centre back as the replacement to Sula enough. He said why shouldn't that be enough? He would be an option. Tanguy Nzu is developing really well too. I think Lucas Hernandez played a good season. Upamecano is a player who is developing too. Upper is only 22, 23. You shouldn't always throw players in the bin when they haven't played well for half a season. There are also so many examples of players who eventually make it through. Pavard is doing very well, a good job at right back, but he can also play as centre back. And then on Mazzari, he said we don't speak about players who are under contract with other clubs. It's also about respect to the other teams, and that is that. So bit of a longer video. My throat's killing me, but we've got to push on. So let me know what you think on the comments of Oliver Kahn. I think it's fair, to be perfectly honest. We still need to be getting players in, like I said just a minute ago. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Smash the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. But yeah, like I said, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Obviously, we're going to be doing a stream in about an hour and a half or so. That's when the game starts, so make sure to check that out. And till then though, Mia Samia, peace out guys. Thank you for the constant support, and check out the stream.